Do you remember, and you don't have to talk about this again if you don't want to, or if you want to talk about it and later on, we can cut it. But what was that one experience that you were like, okay, like, fuck this, like, I need to figure this some other shit out, because I definitely don't want to, go through that again, or just, maybe it can be worse next time, type of thing. I mean, obviously the first armed robberies one's pretty bad, but like, I mean,
it definitely took a lot, because in total it was 4 times. I'm 2 for 2.
oh shit.
Twice they got me, 2 times they didn't get me. So the first one was the high school shit. It was like,
yeah,
I blew that one off, little stupid kids. Second one, I was like, oh shit, this is kind of real what I'm doing. Like that could have been my life. And dude, I'll go into that one. So it was an ounce. It was 2 ounces they were buying, and I was like, oh, that's a lot of money. I was gonna get like $400. And it's not a lot of money now, but like for a high schooler, I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, like. So I go meet these dudes in Arden. I never talked to them before. I was like, a lot of these times like was just me not being street smart. Like I should have seen this coming from like miles away. So this one especially, like this was so stupid on my end, like. And so they hit me up, and I'm like, okay, like, oh yeah, I bet. Like, where do you guys want to meet? They're like, can we meet at Arden Mall? At the top of the parking center. And I'm like, oh yeah, there's hella people there. Like, they don't try no sketchy shit. I was wrong. So I'm waiting at the top of Arden, and man, they probably took like, and they have probably had me waiting there an hour. Like, I should have left so many times. Like, I don't know why I was so stupid and waited. I didn't have shit better to do, so I was like, fuck it, I'll chill here, get some money. All right, so I'm waiting at the top of the parking lot, and then finally some guys come up, and it's like 3 dudes, and I'm like, right when I seen the 3 dudes, I was like, fuck, that looks hella sketchy. And then I see one of the dudes, he tucks behind a car, like, fuck, I'm so stupid. Like, me now would have cut so many times, like hundreds of times before they finally got in my car and it happened. I would have left so many times. And so he tucks behind the car. I now know he was grabbing the gun out of his backpack. I just saw him digging in his backpack, tucking the gun. And then when they walk up to the car, I'm like, that's hella niggas. So I roll down the window. I'm like, hey, bro, just when you hop in the car. And so the dude I was texting on Snapchat, he hops in the right seat. And the door is locked, and he's in there with me. And I'm like, all right, I show him the weed. And then he unlocks the door. And then the 2 niggas hop in the back seat. And then they're all just looking at the weed. They're acting like it's cool, bro. They even had the audacity I was smoking because I was waiting for them. I let them hit the blunt, and they stayed. And they smoked the blunt with me before they tried anything. And fucking, so they're looking at the weed. And I'm like, all right, y'all been looking at it for hella long. Like, y'all got the money? And then they're like, and then he just put out the money, the gun. And he was like, nigga, this shit's for free. And I was like, and then they started trying to strip me, like, my wallet and, like, the chain on my neck. The dude in the back snatched it off. It wasn't shit I could do about that. But the dude in passenger seat started trying to take my wallet. And I was like, nah, bro, it's bad. Like, you don't need none of that. And then the nigga in the back with the gun started getting lively because I was like, nah, bro, it's bad. And then I was like, bro, you're not finna shoot me over this shit. Like, you got the weed, bro. Like, you don't need my fucking wallet. And then the nigga in the passenger seat, like, dude got more pissed off when I said that. And then the dude in the passenger seat was like, hey, bro, it's good. Like, we got what we needed. Let's get out of here. And so they hop out, and they cut. And then after that, like, it hit me. Like, right after, I was like, fuck. Like, I was acting real bold in the moment, like, oh, you're not going to shoot me. But, like, I don't know that nigga. Like, he could have shot me. He could have shot me. Like, he could have been down real bad and decided this dude said the wrong thing to me. And that would have been it for me. So after I processed that, that's when it hit me. And I was like, fuck, like, that could have been something. Thought about, like, what my mom would have went through and my family. And I was like, fuck. But, yeah.